All right, problem 4 of our quiz review homework. We need to solve for the variable. In this case, we're not solving for x, we're actually solving for m. M is our variable that we need to solve for. So anytime we see one of those big, scary equations, we're going to ask ourselves the question, can we simplify? Can we simplify? We're going to ask ourselves, can we combine like terms? Can we use the distributive property? Can we balance the equation by getting all of the variables on one side? So I can see here that because I have a parenthesis with a number right up against it, that means that I have multiplication. So I need to use that distributive property here. So just like we learned, we're going to go ahead and use our box diagram to work out this distributive property right here. And just like the parentheses, we're going to put that -3 to the right of that box diagram, -3. And then on top of that box diagram, we're going to put everything inside the parentheses, 5m minus 1. Now, in order to use the distributive property, we're going to be multiplying that 3. That -3 is going to be multiplied to each one of these terms inside those parentheses. So we're going to take -3 times 5 is -15, and then our variable that we have is m. So we have -15m. Then we have to multiply by our next term, which we're going to take this -3 again, and we're going to multiply it by -1. Multiply by -1. Negative times a negative gives me a positive number, and 3 times 1 is 3. So I have -15m plus 3. -15m plus 3. Now we bring down everything else that we have, absolutely everything but the stuff that we just did the distributive property with. So we have to bring down our -9 equals 24. 15m plus 3 minus 9 equals 24. So we have simplified by using the distributive property. But it does not look like a two-step equation yet, because in my quest, in my goal objective to isolate m, I have more than 3 things on the same side as m, or more than 2 things on the same side of m. I have 3, in fact, which means I do not have a two-step equation yet. So I'm going to once again ask myself, can I simplify? Can I simplify? And I can see here that I have a +3 and a -9. There's no variables with them, which means that they are like terms. I can take 3 and subtract 9 from it. I know what that is. I know that 3 minus 9 is equal to -6. So then once again, I'm going to go ahead and bring everything else down. So I have -15m minus 6 equals 24. Now I can see that I have a two-step equation. I have -15m minus 6. I have 2 numbers on the same side as the variable, which means I can start solving that two-step equation. So go ahead and work through solving this. Again, if you need a review on two-step equations, come back up here and watch that video again of solving that very first two-step equation. That will help you out with this.